The News Hour Special Edition.
Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is the News Hour Special Edition this Saturday evening, and I'm Hina Gambhir. Viewers, on Friday, in the race for the Nobel Peace Prize 2025, Venezuela's leader of opposition, Maria Corina Machado, trumped all others nominated. A critical part of the Nobel Committee's announcement on why she was chosen called her the woman who keeps the flame of democracy burning amid a growing darkness. Taking cue from this, a rather strange thing happened here in India. Congress leader drew parallels between Venezuelan and Indian leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, subtly suggesting that he too deserves the coveted accolade. Let me show the viewers what the Congress spokesperson Surendra Rajput posted on X. He says, and I quote, "This time the Nobel Peace Prize has been awarded to the opposition leader of Venezuela for defending the constitution. The opposition leader of India, Shri Rahul Gandhi, is leading the fight to save the country's constitution." Congressmen argue that their unwavering commitment to a peaceful transition from dictatorship to democracy in Venezuela is very, very similar to Rahul Gandhi's battle against NDA's dictatorship, that Machado united the Venezuela's opposition, while in India, Rahul Gandhi brought the entire opposition to form the INDIA bloc. Now viewers, allow me to pick a page from our history. On 9th of January 1950, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Mr. Gandhi arrived in India from South Africa. His ideas of Satya and Ahimsa, his capability to galvanize people of an enslaved nation changed India's destiny completely. From the dust of agrarian fields and urban stretches rose a chorus of unparalleled unanimity. A grateful nation felt a deep sense of pride in calling him the father of the nation, Bapu and Mahatma. Nearly 100 nations, viewers, across the globe have at least one statue of the Mahatma on their soil today. Still, India's Bapu, despite being nominated 5 times, never received the Nobel Prize. So are the congressmen suggesting that their leader Rahul Gandhi is eligible for an award that eluded the Mahatma? The Congress's Nobel for Rahul dream is similar to US President Donald Trump's lobbying for the coveted honor. There's a pattern. When Trump branded India a dead economy, Rahul was quick to endorse the claim. When the US President repeatedly claimed that he mediated India-Pakistan ceasefire, Rahul Gandhi claimed Modi government has surrendered. Trump claimed 7 fighter jets were shot down. Rahul Gandhi said they were Indian. As always, war of words has ensued over this. The BJP has expressed outrage. Listen.
She has been given a Nobel Prize just to fight this dictatorship. Rahul Gandhi is also fighting with all of us to against this dictatorship. Hopefully, when we will bring back again the real democracy in our country, Rahul Gandhi may also be given Nobel Prize.
किसी को नोबेल पुरस्कार किसी राजनेता को मिल जाएगा तो कौन सा देश में बहुत बड़ा विकास की गंगा बहने लगेगी। ये बड़ी बात नहीं है। बड़ी बात यह है कि उत्तर प्रदेश में, देश में बीजेपी ने जो लोकतंत्र की हत्या की है, अधिकारों का हनन किया है, लड़ाई उसकी है। समाजवादी पार्टी वही लड़ाई लड़ेगी।
कांग्रेस पार्टी राहुल गांधी के लिए नोबेल प्राइज की मांग कर रही है। अब नोबेल प्राइज झूठ बोलने के लिए और हिपोक्रेसी के लिए तो मिलता नहीं है। अगर मिलता तो शायद राहुल गांधी को बहुत पहले ही नोबेल प्राइज से नवाजा जाता, क्योंकि राहुल गांधी सीरियल लायर है। उन्होंने भारत की संवैधानिक संस्थाओं के खिलाफ लगातार झूठ बोला। या राहुल गांधी को नोबेल प्राइज दिया जाए कि सबसे ज्यादा चुनाव उन्होंने कांग्रेस पार्टी को हरवाए।
Viewers, before the Nobel dream, the Congress has been busy showcasing Rahul Gandhi in many avatars in India. You know, Subhash Chandra Bose is Netaji, Bhagat Singh is Shaheed-e-Azam, Bal Gangadhar Tilak is Lokmanya. These titles grew from the masses organically and remain indelible today. But Rahul Gandhi's case is slightly different. It's the Congress, Its party workers, those involved in strategy who have been manufacturing titles for him one after the other. You would recall recently for Bihar polls, Congress gave him the title Jan Nayak, which already belongs to socialist leader and ex-Bihar Chief Minister Karpuri Thakur. You know, in 2004, when he entered politics, the caste census warrior of today was against caste-based politics, and he was called Ekta Ki Ummeed in 2004. At a Congress session in January 2013, he said power is poison. He was called Congress Ka Sher. Then he was called Jane Udhari in 2017, Shiv Bhakt in 2019. He became synonymous with Mohabbat Ki Dukaan in 2024. Then in 2024-25, Samvidhan Rakshak. His critics and the BJP claim all these titles flopped as they coincided with 90-odd electoral debacles for the Congress party. So tonight we debate, has Rahul Gandhi finally arrived as the voice of true democracy savior, as his party says? Or the Congress is pushing images of Rahul Gandhi which are not close to reality? And to discuss it, I am joined by an esteemed panel on the debate tonight. We have with us Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Ratan Sharda, who is an author, Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, Dr. Akashdeep Puri, political analyst. We also have with us Kapish Srivastava, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on this debate. Like always, I'd like to begin with one question for each one of you. Opening remarks, it will be great if you could just restrict them to about 10 odd seconds. Is Rahul Gandhi's battle as the leader of opposition in India similar to Nobel winner Machado's victory in Venezuela? Let's start with you, Mr. Ratan Sharda.
Well, my first comment is that I feel sad for Rahul. He has got Darbaris who keep on raising bar about how stupid they should look and what kind of awards they talk about. They have no proof, they have no evidence. They keep on saying democracy हत्या हो गई. ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्होंने 105 में से 90 बार असेंबली डिसॉल्व करवाई, प्रेसिडेंट्स रूल लाए, जिन्होंने इमरजेंसी लाई, जिन्होंने फर्स्ट अमेंडमेंट लाया जिसके द्वारा फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच के ऊपर रुकावट लगी. 10 सेकंड में इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, पर मैं कहता हूँ कि ये पीस अवार्ड ऐसे लोगों को नहीं मिलता जो कहते हैं समाज में केरोसिन लगा दी, आग की जरूरत है, जो जाति के ऊपर देश को बांटते हैं, जो मीडिया की जात पूछते हैं, जो हर जगह डिवीजन ढूंढते हैं. पीस प्राइज मिलता है लोगों को जोड़ने के लिए, तोड़ने के लिए नहीं.
Okay. Dr. Akashdeep Puri.
See, I am sure that Rahul Gandhi does not need any Nobel Prize to justify the significance of his in Indian politics. Although the struggle of Rahul Gandhi and Maria Corina Machado seems similar, Rahul's fight is much bigger. But regarding your question, both defend constitutional democracy. Both are legally disqualified. Both use non-violent civil campaigns. Both accuse the ruling government of bringing down democracy. Both symbolically represent democracy versus authoritarianism. Both face systematic smear campaigns. Both emphasize moral politics and compassion. Both call for transparent democratic elections. However, Rahul has a bigger fight as he is battling perceived democratic backsliding in world's largest democracy.
Okay. Sanju Verma.
You know, Hina, first and foremost, let's get one thing very clear. The Nobel Peace Prize is a highly politicized one. Let's not forget that Maria Machado, for whatever it is worth, is seeking external help to take down the authoritarian regime in Venezuela. Is India an authoritarian regime? No. We are the world's largest democracy, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi being the only leader in 62 years to have come back to power for the third time in a row, which is a phenomenal feat in itself. Unlike Venezuela, does India have humanitarian crisis? No. Unlike Venezuela, does India have economic crisis? No. And my final point is this. Rahul Gandhi is no Samvidhan Rakshak. Rahul Gandhi is no Jan Nayak. Rahul Gandhi is no Shiv Bhakt. Let's get one thing very clear. Rahul Gandhi and the Darbari ecosystem should know the First Amendment to the Constitution to curb free speech was passed by Pandit Nehru, the great grandfather of Rahul Gandhi. The 42nd Amendment to curb the judicial power of courts was passed by Rahul Gandhi's grandmother, Indira Gandhi. And let's not forget that Rahul Gandhi till date has never apologized for the horrific 1975 emergency by Indira Gandhi. In fact, now they are so audacious, Hina.
Right.
TV debates पर आकर ये लोग कहते हैं, अरे emergency लगाना जरूरी था, to safeguard the secular fabric of the nation. तो ये लोग इतने बेईमान हैं.
Okay. Ravi Srivastava.
Good evening, Hina. First of all, allow me 5 seconds to clarify the teaser you have started, that why Mahatma Gandhi did not get the Peace Nobel. For 5 times he was nominated for that. But the fact is that just before his assassination, the meeting was to take place. And the meeting took place after his assassination, and in which it was decided that they will not be giving any posthumous Nobel Prize. It will be giving only to the living legends. So that was the reason that Mahatma Gandhi was deprived of the Nobel Prize. He deserved it, well deserved it, and had it been like that, he would have got it. Now I come to your question that Rahul Gandhi, as my co-panelist has just now defined, that he has got lot of parallels with Thelma Machado. And one more thing I will say, that they both belong to almost similar age group as well. Thelma Machado was also imprisoned. Thelma Machado was also persecuted. She was jailed. She was ridiculed. She was tortured. All kind of those things happened, which are happening to Rahul Gandhi as well. The false court cases against him. He had to vacate his house at a very short notice. His membership was cancelled. Despite that, he kept on fighting, and he is today not only a Jananayak, he deserves a Nobel as soon as possible, and he deserves it.
He deserves it, is what you're saying. Kapil Srivastava.
देखिए, बिल्कुल राहुल गांधी जी डिजर्व करते हैं और उन्होंने संविधान बचाने की पूरी लड़ाई लड़ी है. लोकतंत्र पर जो खतरा है उनको उन्होंने बहुत वीरता पूर्वक उठाया है भारत के अंदर. और भारत बहुत लोकतांत्रिक मूल्य वाला देश है, लेकिन जब से ये मोदी सरकार आई है तब से लोकतंत्र को खतरा है. अब आप देखिए, हाई कोर्ट और सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तमाम नजीरें ऐसी हैं जो बुलडोजर से लेकर तमाम इनकी कार्रवाई पे, जहां पे इन्होंने लोकतंत्र को कुचला है, तमाम चीजें नजीरें जारी की हैं. लोकतंत्र की हत्या कैसे होती है वो आपके सामने है कि उकसावे की कार्रवाई इस पद पे है कि न्यायमूर्ति के ऊपर जूता फेंकने की कोशिश की जाती है. तो ये तो सत्य है कि भारत में एक एक्सट्रीम तरीके से एक धर्मांधता को फैलाने का काम, जिस भारत को तोड़ने का काम नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार ने किया है, लोगों को ना सुनने का काम किया, प्राइवेसी से लेकर के हर तरह से लोकतंत्र को जिस तरीके से कुचला है, जिस तरीके से किसानों को कुचला है, और जिस तरीके से राहुल गांधी जी ने लड़ा है, समूचा विपक्ष लड़ा है. निश्चित तौर पर अगर राहुल गांधी जी को नोबेल पुरस्कार दिया जाए तो इसमें कोई बुरी बात नहीं है. तो इससे अच्छी बात नहीं हो सकती. उनको
इससे अच्छी बात नहीं हो सकती. So viewers, you heard the views of all the panelists on the debate this evening. We have few panelists clearly agreeing that Rahul Gandhi's struggle actually deserves Nobel Peace Prize, and also, as Mr. Ravi Srivastava pointed out, Ravi Srivastava ji, the Nobel Committee later also admitted that it was a sad omission. I never said, by the way, in my opening remarks that he didn't deserve. I just stated the facts, that this is how it was when it came to Mahatma Gandhi. Now, Sanju Verma, you heard the other side here. How will you like to address, because they feel the struggle of Ms. Machado are very, very similar to the struggles of Rahul Gandhi here in India as the leader of the opposition, and hence he truly deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Hina, let's get one thing very clear. If Rahul Gandhi deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, I, Sanju Verma, deserve the Golden Globe Award. And next somebody will tell Hina Gambhir should get the Grammys. So let's not try and make this entire debate trivial, but I want to focus on the larger issue. The larger issue is this, Hina. Nehru gave himself a Bharat Ratna in 1955. His daughter Indira Gandhi gave herself a Bharat Ratna in 1971. And do you know something? Your audience needs to know this. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, जिसकी राहुल गांधी दुहाई देते हैं, Baba Saheb Ambedkar was given a Bharat Ratna 34 years after his death in 1990 by VP Singh's government, supported by BJP from outside. सरदार पटेल की आज ये राहुल गांधी का दरबारी इकोसिस्टम दुहाई देता है. सरदार पटेल was given the Bharat Ratna in 1991, 41 years after his death. जबकि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को देखिए, जननायक कर्पूरी ठाकुर को किसने भारत रत्न दिया, टीवी नरसिम्हा राव को किसने भारत रत्न दिया, प्रणब मुखर्जी को किसने भारत रत्न दिया, चौधरी चरण सिंह को किसने भारत रत्न दिया, MS स्वामीनाथन को किसने भारत रत्न दिया, भूपेन हजारिका को किसने भारत रत्न दिया, नरेंद्र मोदी ने. So anyone who sits here and gives me lectures that राहुल गांधी को मिलना चाहिए नोबेल पीस प्राइज, मैं पहले ये पूछूंगी, क्या नोबेल प्राइज, भारत रत्न, पद्मश्री, पद्म विभूषण ये गांधी परिवार ने ठेका ले रखा है क्या कि खुद को अवार्ड के साथ ये लोग सम्मानित करते हैं? And my final point is this, Hina. Let's not try and equate apples with watermelons. Maria Machado, I'm no fan of hers, but at least Maria Machado does not, like Rahul Gandhi, say that a large chunk of Venezuelan territory has been encroached by XYZ. Rahul Gandhi had gone last year to Texas and said 2,000 square kilometers of Indian territory usurped by China.
Right.
Supreme Court ne bola, are you a national or an anti-national? Do you have any proof that China encroached on it? And what did Priyanka Vadra say? Who's
Right.
Supreme Court to give a clean chit of nationalism to my brother Rahul Gandhi?
Okay.
So basically, दरबारी ecosystem का एक ही उसूल है, you scratch my back,
Okay.
I will scratch yours.
By
And the
the way-
BJP does not believe in that.
Okay, by the way, Sanju Verma, my award is a fruitful debate which has harmony. On a lighter note, you never know, in future you may also become eligible for Golden Globe, so never say never. Now, I want to go across to Dr. Akashdeep Muni as well. Now, the point is that comparisons are being made between Venezuela and India, and I'd like you to respond to the point that Sanju Verma had raised. You're fighting authoritarianism there and trying to bring in values of democracy. Are you trying to say, by comparing Rahul Gandhi to the Venezuelan leader of opposition and by drawing this parallel, are you trying to say that we are seeing dictatorship in our country? There is no democracy in our country?
Hina ji, first of all, Bhaks can never understand about Nobel Peace Prize. They won't understand. The people who praise Godse will never get what is peace. They're violent people.
Was emergency bringing peace in the country? Upholding the values of democracy in the country?
Wait a minute. Just let me reply. What Sanju Verma ji was speaking about Machado ji, if she knows about Machado, the struggle, then I want to remind her that Venezuelan state media brands Machado as a traitor, as a CIA agent. I'm quoting the media, and a bourgeois elitist. These are the quotes. And they also say the same things. What the BJP ecosystem frequently brands Rahul Gandhi as anti-national, denast and incompetent. ये लोग करते, इनका काम ही यही है, इनका टूल किट यही है. Rahul was disqualified from parliament in 2023 after conviction in defamation case. Same was Machado, was banned from contesting elections by Venezuelan government for alleged corruption, later overturned due to international protest. Rahul alleged subversion of independent institutions, election commission, media and judiciary. This was said by Rahul. Machado says the same thing. Machado alleges complete capture of judiciary, election council and media, specifically by Maduro's regime. These are the same allegations. So Rahul repeatedly invokes ahimsa, non-violence, love and compassion. Machado advocates civil resistance through peaceful means. And these people won't understand. These are violent people. वो अभी मुझे गाली देंगे.
I am shocked, Dr. Akashdeep Muni, just Ratan Sharda, just to make this argument, just to defend this argument, because, you are leaning towards a particular party, or perhaps you belong to a particular party, you will go to any extent to even brand our country as, being dictatorial or, something that does not have democracy at all. How would you like to respond to these kind of arguments that you've heard from people who are supporting peace prize for Rahul? I mean, there's nothing wrong in supporting that, but the point is, how are you comparing India with Venezuela? How is that possible?
Miss Hina, first of all, let me tell you that I am here, a victim of emergency, was in jail during Rahul Gandhi's grandmother's time, and I have survived, and many people survived, many of my friends died. So don't tell me what is democracy. Secondly, I see only two parallels. Machado thanking Trump for helping her, and Rahul Gandhi going to USA and saying, what are you doing? Democracy is dying. You're not supporting me. And as far as Venezuela is concerned, remember, Venezuela went down the tube because of the populist socialist policies of that time president, and these people want to put the same policies in India. And that is what they are doing. That will make India totally bankrupt. That is their agenda. And as I said, there are enough examples Sanju gave, I gave, how they have crushed democracy in India time and again. I gave example of assembly resolutions, and Rahul Gandhi escaped the question of 1984 Sikh massacre, saying, "मैं तो बच्चा था, मुझे तो पता ही नहीं क्या हो रहा था." You will not apologize. You will not say that what happened is wrong. They will not say that First Amendment was wrong. They will not say emergency was wrong. They will not say assembly resolution was wrong. They will not say murder of car sevaks was good. Here is Samajwadi Party was stating here. And what is their democracy standard? West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, imprisoning people, putting them behind bar for expressing their views, anybody there. So there is a record of these people vis-a-vis what BJP has done, and it's all this talk of democracy खतरे में है. लोग क्यों नहीं मान रहे? Why people are not buying this argument? Why Rahul Gandhi keeps on losing despite all the struggle that is doing for democracy? Why he never wins an election?
Isn't that a valid question, Ravi Srivastava?
Because people
why is he not able to win the hearts, the trust of the people on the ground? Because these titles are not really coming in from the people. These are only coming in from some people within the Congress party, and every year we see a new narrative being spun around Rahul Gandhi's campaign. I, read some names in my introduction as
well. Hina, first of all, winning the elections is not the sole criteria of somebody's popularity. There are various things which happen for winning the election, and the people have seen that. I won't name them. It starts from the vote chori to the revdi to whatever you call it.
So you have a problem with judiciary. Dr. Akashdeep Muni earlier mentioned that, courts are biased. So you don't have faith in judiciary. You don't have faith in election commission. You don't want to believe anything at all in this country.
As long as the dinosaurs become PM, they will not believe.
Your question
Ravi
is
Srivastava.
Or you are asking me?
Ravi Srivastava, I am asking you.
Okay, I am telling you. See, people say that Rahul Gandhi, what he did, how he united people, he had Bharat Jodo Yatras crisscross across the country from Kashmir to Kanyakumari to Arunachal to Gujarat. He is the person who is only uniting people. He is never supporting any idea of dividing. These friends are talking right from they have to shout every time on the top of their roof that we also participated in the freedom struggle. Actually, they did not. And it was Congress only which we got as the freedom, and this thing the whole world knows it. So they are unnecessarily, RSS taking credit for that, and they are the people who killed the biggest peacemaker in the world, the Mahatma Gandhi. So I think the comparison is
But they are not demanding a Nobel Peace Prize for anybody in RSS or BJP. There are some people in the Congress party who believe that Rahul Gandhi deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. So let's stick to that. I want to go across to Kapil Srivastava as well. Kapil Srivastava, since we have discussed a little bit about the emergency era as well, that Ratan Sharda also mentioned earlier, Mulayam Singh Yadav was in custody at Etawah jail for 19 months during emergency. I want to ask you today, क्या राहुल गांधी अब जन नायक हैं जिनके कारण उत्तर प्रदेश में खास करके समाजवादी पार्टी को फायदा हो रहा है, इसलिए उन्हें नोबेल पीस प्राइज मिलना चाहिए?
इसकी पहली चीज तो ये है कि भारत के अंदर कभी भी प्रहलाद को इस वजह से नहीं दुत्कारा गया था कि वो हिरण्याकश्यप का पुत्र था. वक्त काल परिस्थितियां होती हैं. अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी जिस जनसंघ और जो जनसंघ हिंदू महासभा से उत्पन्न हुआ था, उसने जिस तरीके से अंग्रेजों का साथ दिया, अपनी नाखून तक नहीं कटवाए आजादी की लड़ाई में, उनको जो है भारत रत्न दिया गया। हमने तो कभी विरोध नहीं किया, स्वीकार किया। और भी कारण है, तो अटल जी ने स्वयं बाकायदा लीलाधर वाजपेयी के विरुद्ध कोर्ट में गवाही दी अंग्रेजों के पक्ष में, और उन्हें 3 साल की सजा करवाई। तो उस समय तो ये देशद्रोही थे, लेकिन उनके उस काल को लेकर के उनमें जो परिवर्तन हुआ, उन्होंने देश के लिए जो अच्छे काम किए, अगर उनके लिए भारत रत्न दिया गया तो इससे अच्छी बात क्या हो सकती है? क्योंकि अगर आप उनका इतिहास देखें तो इतिहास कहीं ना कहीं से काला है। उन्होंने अंग्रेजों का
मैं
साथ
आपसे
दिया,
राहुल गांधी के बारे में पूछ रही हूँ। आज की जो डिबेट है वो इस मुद्दे पर हो रही है क्योंकि नोबेल पीस प्राइज जब वेनेजुएलन लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन को मिला है तो यहाँ पर डिमांड आ रही है, जिसको आपने भी एंडोर्स किया। तो मैंने आपको एक इमरजेंसी एरा का भी एक चैप्टर के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताया, क्योंकि वो समाजवादी पार्टी के बड़े नेता हैं। तो आज आप राहुल गांधी को कैसे देखते हैं उस इंसिडेंट के बाद? क्या वो जननायक हैं जिनकी वजह से आज समाजवादी पार्टी का उद्धार हो रहा है उत्तर प्रदेश में, इसलिए उन्हें मिलना चाहिए नोबेल पीस प्राइज?
देखिए, समाजवादी पार्टी का उद्धार हो या ना हो, इससे समाजवादी पार्टी को किसी से कोई लेना देना नहीं। समाजवादी पार्टी स्वयं का उद्धार कर लेने के लिए काफी है, लेकिन बावजूद इसके इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं कि अगर उसे बृहद पटल पर देखा जाए तो पूरे भारत के अंदर राहुल गांधी जो है वो विपक्ष के नेता है, और वो लोकतंत्र के मूल्य को स्थापित करने के लिए, एक तानाशाह सरकार को हटाने के लिए जेल जाने की तैयारी में भी लगे रहते हैं। उनको हमेशा कुचला जाता है, उनकी सदस्यता तक ली गई और उसके बाद उनकी सदस्यता ग्रहण भी हुई, उनसे बंगले से लेकर के हर चीज छीन लिया गया।
संजू वर्मा wants to respond. संजू वर्मा.
सारे संवैधानिक संस्थाओं के
Hina, let me just say one thing. I always say good politics is essentially about good economics. And for anyone on this panel to sit and compare a bankrupt Venezuela with the world's 4th largest economy under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, you certainly have completely lost the plot. Very quickly for your audience, Venezuela's GDP is $222 billion. Ours is $4.3 trillion. We are 19.4 times bigger than them. Venezuela's annual exports are $17 billion. Ours is $825 billion. We are 49 times bigger than them. Venezuela's foreign exchange reserve is $12 billion. Ours is $702 billion. We are 59 times bigger than them. So, पहली बात तो ये, वेनेजुएला इज बैंकरप्ट। भारत दुनिया की सबसे तेज रफ्तार से बढ़ने वाली अर्थव्यवस्था है।
One at a time. One at a time. All of you, please, one at a time. Don't speak over each other. Kapish Srivastava ji, Ravi Srivastava ji, 1 second. Allow her to finish the point. I'll come to both of you. Yes. Sanju Verma, finish your point very quickly.
Hina, I don't like this. I did not heckle Ravi Srivastava. He's completely ill-mannered. He has this bad habit of butting in.
Okay, finish your point. Finish your point, then I'll go to them.
And you know, Ashish Muni said, ये अंधभक्त, ये भक्त जन, इनकी टूल की तैसी है, ये गोडसे को वर्शिप करते हैं। तो आकाशदीप मुनि एंड अगर दरबारी इकोसिस्टम को याद दिला दूं, 1984 सिख राइट्स, 3000 से ज्यादा सिखों के गले में टायर डालकर उनको जिंदा जला दिया गया। एंड राहुल गांधी, फादर राजीव गांधी सेड, जब एक बड़ा पेड़ गिरता है तो धरती थोड़ी हिल जाती है। एंड राहुल गांधी क्लोज बडी सैम पिट्रोडा से हुआ तो हुआ। एंड समाजवादी पार्टी के प्रवक्ता को याद दिला दूं, वाराणसी बॉम्बिंग ऑफ 2010 के बाद अखिलेश यादव वेंट टू इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट से इंडियन मुजाहिदीन की तो कोई गलती ही नहीं है। आपका नेता अखिलेश यादव इंडियन मुजाहिदीन की तरफदारी करने
I think we've got the point broadly that you're trying to make. Ravi Srivastava wants to respond, then Kapish Srivastava. Yes.
What I'm saying is that we are not responding to that Venezuela's economy. We are talking about their
But you are
leader of
comparing the
opposition.
conditions of India with Venezuela.
No.
Why are you comparing the conditions of India with Venezuela? How is that a comparison? Can you explain to me?
Yes, I am discussing the parallel between the Corina Machado and Rahul Gandhi. I am not discussing about the Venezuela's economic condition or their political condition. They have got their own ills. What China has got, do we have that? Our economy is started together. Our GDP is, theirs is 4.5 times than ours. They started making dams. They made 10 times dams than us when we started together.
So, one second. So, Ravi Srivastava, let me ask you another question. Ravi Srivastava, let me then ask you another question, because we're just days away from elections in Bihar. So I want to ask you a direct question tonight. Will the result of Bihar elections be a referendum of Jan Nayak and the dictatorship charge?
See, such elections will not decide about Jan Nayak or the Vishwa Guru or the Shiv Bhakt and all those things. These elections are purely on merit. Whatever this government has done in last 20 years, whether they did something or not, this is the referendum on that.
Okay.
It's not on a particular
Kapil
leader.
Srivastava, you also wanted to make a point. Yes.
देखिए, संजीव वर्मा जी को इसी बात की जानकारी नहीं है कि जो नोबेल का शांति पुरस्कार दिया गया, कोई अर्थशास्त्र के लिए नहीं दिया गया, कोई अन्य चीजों के लिए नहीं दिया गया, कि जिसमें इसको ये रिकॉग्नाइज करा रही है कि वहां की आर्थिक स्थिति क्या है। पहले तो इसको क्लियर करें। दूसरी कमेटी देती है, कोई सरकार नहीं देती है भारत रत्न, इसको सही कर लें। और तीसरी चीज मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं कि हिरण्यकश्यप का काम जो किया वो प्रहलाद को नहीं भोगना पड़ेगा। राहुल गांधी ने इस देश के संविधान बचाने की लड़ाई लड़ी है, इसको देश को रोकने के।
पर उन्होंने तो कहा है कि डेमोक्रेसी बचाना मेरा काम नहीं है। उनसे सीधा सीधा सवाल पूछा गया था।
उन्होंने सीधा ये कहा कि अगर हमारा संविधान पब्लिक के लिए है, सब कुछ पब्लिक के लिए हो रहा है, हम विपक्ष के नेता हैं, विपक्ष का काम करेंगे, उतरेंगे।
Ratan Shahda, do you recall when he was asked that direct question, he said, you know, संविधान डेमोक्रेसी बचाना मेरा काम नहीं है, but here you have people supporting his candidature for, you know, the Nobel Peace Prize are of the view that he is the one who's saving democracy.
Well, what to say? They talked of 1942 जी, इन्होंने साथ नहीं दिया कांग्रेस का। आपको पता है 1919 में गांधी जी ने कहा था कि ब्रिटिश का साथ दो, लाखों लोगों को सेना में भर्ती करवाया था। Do you know गांधी जी stood with Boer War and got people recruited for whites? So don't come into that kind of history. Come to today. Today, the proof is that there is no clash. As far as Ravi Srivastava is concerned, I don't try to, you know, tangle with him. Now, he has been talking about RSS murdered Gandhi many times. Somebody said, I want to sue him. I said, बूढ़े आदमी है, जाने दो, क्यों इनको तंग करते हैं? पर रोज यही बोलते हैं। रवि जी प्लीज मान जाइए, राहुल गांधी माफी मांग चुका है, कई लोग मांग चुके हैं, आपको मांगनी पड़ेगी। आप बहस में झूठ क्यों बोलते हैं? आप बहस में झूठ क्यों बोलते हैं? और आप कह रहे चाइना से कंपेयर करते हैं, चाइना में डिक्टेटरशिप है, आपको डिक्टेटरशिप चाहिए? आपको चाहिए कि लैंड एक्विजिशन चाइना की तरह हो? आपको चाहिए कि किसानों को उनकी मर्जी की जरूरत खेती करवाई जाए? आप चाहते हो कि ऐसे डिक्टेटरशिप को किससे कंपेयर कर रहे हो? आपको वेनेजुएला से कंपेयर नहीं कर रहा, आपको चाइना से कंपेयर नहीं कर रहा। आप खाली बोलने आपको पता है क्या बोलते हो? आपको ये भी नहीं पता क्या बोल रहे हो। कानून तो वापिस ले जाते, इतनी डिक्टेटरशिप है कि कानून वापिस हो जाते हैं। अरे यहाँ भी कानून वापिस हो जाता है। सीए के विरुद्ध आप खड़े हो सकते हो, आपको जेल नहीं होती, कानून रुक जाते हैं आपके कारण, लैंड वापिस होता है, फार्मर बिल वापिस होता है। आप धमकाओ मत, धमकाओ समझा रहा हूँ, मैं आपको समझा रहा हूँ, अपनी उम्र का लिहाज करिए।
Okay, I'm completely out of time, but I think we got some very interesting views on this debate. I'll have to slip into a very short break, but thank you very much all of you for joining us here on this debate. Of course, we'll be tracking it closely ahead as well. Heading into a short break, we'll be back with lots more. Stay with us.